You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, Days fans. It's our weekly prediction edition. I think we're going to see Andrew Donovan throw his sister under the bus. Xander may be conned. We've also got predictions for Johnny, Clyde, and Abby, and Bobby, Jada, and Stephanie. This is Belinda from Soap Dirt, and we're going to dive right into it. Our first prediction, Johnny DiMera is going to be the director of the Body and Soul reboot, I think. So Johnny is still in town this week, Wednesday, July 17th, as he finds EJ angry over losing Nicole to Eric. He is still in town. He's supposed to be having some time off for paternity leave. Maybe he filmed some ahead. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, his Hollywood deal is dead because he missed the start date for the movie because of the miscarriage Chanel suffered. So that doesn't mean his dreams are dead, though, because TV production is coming to Salem. Abe and Kate are going to reboot Body and Soul, that soap that they both love. Chad DiMera is approached as an investor next week. I do think he's going to say yes because he adores Kate. And I just wonder if he might say, but Johnny's part of the deal. If you want my money, take my nephew. But I mean, Johnny could also earn it on his own merit since he got a Hollywood job, although he doesn't seem particularly qualified for that. But it's a soap opera. What are you going to say? Either way, I feel like Johnny is definitely going to get involved. He could be a producer, director, and it looks like Body and Soul is gearing up by October because that's when Patrika Darbo is back on our screens, and she is supposed to be part of it and is supposed to have a role on the new Body and Soul. And I guess Chanel can reopen Sweet Bits since it's just sitting there, and she can probably just renew her lease and get right back to it if that's what she wants to do. Our second prediction, Andrew Donovan may throw his sister Theresa Donovan under the bus, throw her under there hard on her wedding day, and she may be arrested in her veil. So the double wedding kicks off this week. There's pre-wedding stuff happening on Thursday, July 18th, and the wedding starts on Friday, July 19th. Andrew is in town by at least Thursday, possibly earlier, but definitely by Thursday, because on Friday, he is walking his sister Theresa down the aisle. They didn't bring Shane back for it. No Charles Shaughnessy for his baby girl's wedding, but she does get her big brother, Andrew. And it looks like the way it's going to go is Sarah and Xander are going to get married first. They're going to say their I do's with Maggie officiating on Friday. And then on Friday, also, Fiona is going to walk in, and Alex and Theresa, their part is going to start on Friday. It should carry over to Monday, and Fiona should be the one that exposes Theresa's fraud because she's the one who wrote the letter that Theresa tampered with. And of course, Theresa may try and blame it all on Constantine, but I think Andrew will have had just about enough of his sister's shenanigans and doesn't even want to be part of this. And he may expose her crime of kidnapping Victoria for Constantine. She should be arrested for, at the very minimum, fraud and financial crimes, but might have a kidnapping charge on there too if Big Brother throws her under the bus. And I think it'd be fun to see her dragged off to be fingerprinted in her bridal gown and veil. That would be an excellent mugshot. All right, our third prediction, Xander Cook's mom, Fiona, is back for a buck. So on Friday, July 19th, the wedding kicks off. Maggie Horton walks Sarah Horton down the aisle, which is very sweet. And then Maggie also officiates their wedding. And when she gets to the, if anyone knows why these two should not be wed, speak now or forever hold your peace. That's not actually part of real wedding vows. That is written for drama. It is not. How many weddings have you been to? Unless somebody was being ironic and put it in, it's just not there. It's like the chalk outlines around murder victims. Never, ever has that been done by law enforcement anywhere ever. That is strictly a cinematic and TV invention. So Fiona's going to walk in nonetheless. On the Forever Hold Your Peace part is what it looks like. Alex is seen in the promo sitting down up front because he's waiting his turn to get married. and he's whispering, "Who is that?" And she got the invite. Fiona got the invite. She didn't RSVP. She just decided to show up and crash the wedding. It's in Horton Town Square, so easy to crash. And I have heard from our leaker that she is pretending like she wants to make amends, but I do think in the end, she just wants that money, honey. And Xander is probably going to fall for it because he's got daddy issues. He's got mommy issues. And, you know, I mean, realistically, if she's known this all this time, she could have cashed that chip in, and maybe she has been. Maybe Victor was giving her money for years and years. I don't know. At any rate, we'll have to see exactly what her motives are. Our fourth prediction, I think Clyde Weston is going to twist the knife into Jack Deveraux and Chad DiMera. Last week, we saw Jack and Chad having Abby exhumed, but the guys in coveralls dug up an empty coffin. There's nothing in it. And, you know, they've been staring at that grainy surveillance video where you cannot see Abby's face. That is Annalyn McCord in those video scenes, by the way. Clyde Weston is in Supermax, so they can't question him, but he's got contacts and a long reach. So I'm confident he could get a message to them. He could get another flash drive to them. So spoilers around this, Friday, July 19th, Xander has a gift for Jack. Remember, he and Jack used to be really good friends. Jack was even his best man the last time Xander married Sarah. But then when Xander and Gwen blackmailed Jack out of part of the Spectator, or I think all of the Spectator, that was like the break point. And that ruined their friendship, and Xander wants to make amends. So I do expect he's going to give him back his part of the Spectator to honor Abby, to honor her loss, the family legacy, you know, because he wants the grandkids to have it, all that good stuff. Xander's doing all the right things just in time for him to get a big pile of cash from Victor's estate, or at least what's left after Alex's shopping sprees, right? So this clearly should bring up more Abigail talk. And I do expect that Jack and Chad are going to get another message, likely sent to Chad, not Jack. Maybe another video through, you know, Goldman and her prison visitation, maybe just an envelope in the mail, something that will show her face clearly. And they're going to say, yeah, that looks like Abby. Even though Marci Miller and Annalyn McCord are not exactly twins, we're going to have to suspend our disbelief and say that, okay, that looks like Abby. Our fifth and final prediction is for Bobby and Jada and Stephanie. He is breaking hearts and pursuing somebody. So last week, Bobby pretended to have this little episode and then acted like Everett took back over, and he has told Jada and Marlena he wants to be out of the psych ward. Of course, he is lying. That is really Bobby, but they believe that it's Everett, and they don't have a choice. They got to let him out. On Monday the 15th, Stephanie is heartbroken again. So I think Bobby as Everett is going to tell her to kick rocks. They are done. And the reason he's doing that, of course, is because Bobby is hot for Jada Hunter. Friday, Rafe got stabbed. We'll see him get stabbed. Same incident again. They're going to replay it on Monday's episode. And then Rafe's going to be at the hospital after the stabbing. He is still alive. Jada is there crying and wailing over him. And Bobby can comfort her, pretending that he's Everett. Of course, he's going to be annoyed that Connie Vaninsky did not finish off Rafe, but he can be there for her while hoping Connie comes back around to finish the job, or maybe Bobby will try to finish it himself. All right, that's it. Thanks for listening. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.